Hey, it's Jeff Goolsby here with the Goolsby Group at Keller Williams, and I am really excited to do this video today because the numbers are in. We've looked at the numbers from quarter two in 2020, which, unless you've been asleep for the last 6 months or 3 months or 4 months now, a lot has gone on in the world. And guess what? A lot has gone on in real estate in the Highland Reserve neighborhood. In fact, just a lot has gone on in the neighborhood. If I do a quick recap on what happened in the second quarter of this year in terms of real estate and just neighborhood activity, we've had some pretty exciting things happen. So I'm going to break it down for you, right? I'm going to tell you about what's gone on in real estate, what's gone on in the neighborhood, and then stay tuned because I'm going to talk about what happened this year in real estate versus last year, quarter two, Highland Reserve neighborhood. So here we go, right? First, I'm going to get to what's going on in the neighborhood. Well, if you saw, we did a huge virtual Easter egg hunt in the Highland Reserve neighborhood. That was a huge hit. It even got some little bit of press time, right? We were on the news for it, so that was kind of cool. A lot of people engaged. We had over 300 families at one point in time connected, playing for a virtual Easter egg hunt, so that was a ton of fun. We gave away over 60 gift cards, for sure 60 that I can count right now, and I know there were more that went out. 60 gift cards to, we did Campelli's, we did gift cards to Shady Coffee and Tea, we did gift cards to Lazy Dog, we have gift cards to Monks, did gift cards to Guys for Lunch. So we gave away a ton of gift cards, and that was a bunch of fun. Part of it was through the virtual Easter egg hunt, and another part was just a very special campaign where we just sent out some gift cards to all the to a select, randomly selected neighbors, just to say, hey, we're here with you in these times, and so that was cool. It's always fun to give back, right? So let's jump into real estate because, well, that's what I do. I'm the neighborhood real estate specialist that also happens to, do flags in the yard and Easter egg hunts and ice cream socials and all of the fun stuff. But guess what? My job is to help you buy and sell real estate, or at least keep you up to date with what's going on in the market. So what has happened? So this year, 2020, quarter two, the numbers are in, and I'm looking at them right now on my screen. So we had a total of 19 sales happen in 2020 quarter two for an average sales price of $519,000, for an average list to sales price percentage of 99.62, and an average days on market of 11/15, because there was a little bit of a discrepancy there. So what does that mean? Well, it means 99.62 means people were getting pretty much what they're asking for their home. An average sales price of $519. I'm going to tell you that an average size house was 2,100 square feet. So we didn't have, massive homes hit the market. We had a lot of 1,400 square feet. We had some 2,100. We had some 1,900. We had some 1,800. We had a 1,200 square foot home hit the market, and then we had some big boys at 3,600 square feet. So a variety, but average being 2,100 square feet, which is a little bit smaller than the average size home in Highland Reserve. That's important, and I'll get to that later. I'll get to why that's important later. Pending as we were going into July, we had 4 listings that were still pending in quarter two, and we had 2 that were on the market, that went on the market in quarter two and hadn't yet sold. Okay? There were also 2 that canceled, which, they canceled actually post COVID. So it wasn't necessarily, who knows? Who knows exactly why they canceled, but they were on the market for about 27 and 30 days before they finally pulled it off. Not sure what's going on there exactly, because they seem like pretty decent homes with fair price. So that's what happened in quarter two, and I'm going to get to how that's important in a second. In quarter two of last year, so remember we had 19 homes sell this year. Quarter 2 of last year, we had 22 homes sell, with an average days on market of 20, which is pretty consistent with what our neighborhood normally does. An average price of $542,000, and an average list to sales price of 99.72. So if you were to look at those numbers and say, whoa, an average price this year was $519,000, an average price last year was $542,000, my home value's gone down by 20 grand. That's actually not the case. The reason I put emphasis on the fact that smaller homes sold and an average square foot of about 2,100 square feet in Quarter 2 is because I wanted to let you know that smaller homes sold in Quarter 2 for some reason than they did last year. Last year we had some big ones sell. We had a couple of actually great prices. We had a 755 home, which at the time was one of the highest price points in the neighborhood since like almost, I think, forever. I think the highest that had sold prior to that was about 770, and that was back then. Buckle up, this year we've had some big sales in the neighborhood, so it'll be really interesting to see what Q3 does. Spoiler alert, I'm gonna just tell you, there's a $910,000 home that sold in the neighborhood. There's currently active on the market right now a $920,000 home. There's hit the market today, a $795,000 home. So we're gonna see some probably big numbers in Quarter 3, which will be really fun and interesting. It'll kind of be the reverse of what we saw here, Quarter 2 to Quarter 2. So what does that mean? Well, it means that COVID did not stop Highland Reserve. In fact, throughout Roseville, the real estate market is moving. Many economists that I'm listening to and following are actually suggesting that real estate is going to be the vehicle that helps drive us out of this economic downturn. No doubt that we are in a recession. However, recession does not equal housing crash. Recession is the consecutive slowing of the economy for two consecutive quarters. And there's no doubt that that's where we are, right? Unemployment rate, all of what's happening in the world, for certain in a recession. However, everybody's saying that, or a lot of people are saying, a lot of really smart people, smarter than me, are saying that the housing market is actually going to help bring us back into a more thriving economy. Housing makes up a huge percentage of GDP, and before I'm gonna stop myself there. I'm getting a little too in the weeds, but basically this: COVID did not stop Highland Reserve. It definitely slowed down the amount of homes that I think would have hit the market in Quarter 2, but overall, still 19 homes sold in comparison to 22 homes selling last year. So not that big of a dip, really, less than just slightly over 10% less homes on the market. So it's been a wild spring. Definitely late. It'll be really interesting to see how the numbers pan out for Quarter 3. If you have any questions, if you want to know what your home specifically looks like right now, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to help. Also on the page, on the Highland Reserve Market Update page, I have a link for a thing called HomeBot. And HomeBot, it's this really cool tool that, in fact, of all the blog posts and the videos and stuff that we do, it's the one thing that people actually send me text messages and emails and even will call me about and say, hey, when does my next HomeBot report come in, because I want to see my update. So it's a really cool tool, and I'm going to have the link on the Highland Reserve Market Update page. So I encourage you to go there, check it out, look up the Quarter 2 2020 Highland Reserve Market Update, and check out the stats, of course, and then click the link to sign up for HomeBot. It's a free tool, and it'll help you keep up to date with what's going on with your home and the amount of equity that you have in it. All right. So hey, thanks for watching. It's great to report this information to you. I'll keep reporting it, and if you have any questions, just reach out to me, because this is what I do all day, every day, real estate, especially in the Highland Reserve neighborhood. Take care.